Mount Zion, help me in reading the scripture from Judges chapter 7, verses 19 to 23. And the read starts. So Gideon and the 100 men that were with him came unto the outside of the camp in the beginnings of the middle watch. And they had but newly set the watch. And they blew the trumpets and brake the pitchers that were in their hands. And the three companies blew the trumpets and brake the pitchers, and held the lamp in their left hands, and the trumpets in their right hand to blow with air. And they cried, the sword of the Lord and of Gideon. And they stood every man in his place round about the camp. And all the hosts ran and cried and fled. And the 300 blew the trumpets, and the Lord set every man's sword against his fellow, even throughout all the hosts. And the hosts fled to Bethsheba in Zerarat, and to the border of Abel-Holah unto Tabat. And the men of Israel gathered themselves together out of Naphtali, and out of Asher, and out of all Manasseh, and pursued after Midianites. Here ends the reading. The title today that I want to talk on is God's might is immeasurable to man's strength. God's might is immeasurable to man's health. The biblical story of Gideon's selection in replacing Moses' leadership should be familiar to most of us. However, this one is particular for him to wage war against the Midianites. At the outset, God has revealed to Gideon through an angel that he will vanquish the Midianites in spite of their numerous numbers. God gave specific instructions to Gideon. In fact, we were made to understand that he asked Gideon before the war started to go and talk to all the Israelites and let them know whoever is afraid to go to the war should withdraw. The Bible teaches us that 2,020 people withdraw immediately. God told Gideon that the numbers are too much, that he should cut the numbers more. So he said it was remaining 10,000 people, and he said he should cut them more. So, and told him and led him how he should cut the numbers. And he said, if you go to the water, any of them that started drinking water with his palm like a dog should be selected to go to war. Every other person that didn't do that should be rejected. In that process, Gideon was able to gather 300 people to go to war. God made that to let Israelites realize that their numbers has nothing to do with his might. So Gideon gathered the 300 people and put them in 3 squads, each with a captain, and they went to war against the Midianites. Now, when they got to the war front, Gideon has already instructed them what to do. Just like he instructed Moses and the rest how to capture Canaan. He has told Gideon, when you get there, circle the fence with trumpets. So Gideon gave 300 trumpets to all those soldiers. And he said, when we get there, do what I do. And what he was doing is to blow the trumpets. So he blew the trumpets, and all of them blew the trumpets at the same time. And they started running. So this completely shows us that irrespective of the numbers of the Midianites, that 300 people from the selection of Gideon, by the process of God's leadership, put them astray and they continued running. So, what is your crowd? What is your crowd? Is it today's unimaginable inflation? Is it how and when you can liquidate your burgeoning credit card accounts? Is it your nagging unemployment? Is it your recalcitrant and unruly children? Is it the uncertainty of the procurement of your next meal, or the current health challenges to your life? Cheer up and take good breath, for God is mightier than all of them. For he has already told us, and he has proven to us, that even when he had the crowds around him, he still conquered them. By the day he died on Friday, he stayed in the tomb all through Saturday. And on Sunday morning, he got up with all power in his hand, proving to us that God is mightier than the crowd. So bring everything to God, because he will always take care of it. Try him. I have. For it is said, the sweetness of the pudding is in the eating. God bless you.